Today is Friday, September 4th, 2015, and today's rant will be on Hillary Clinton and drug abuse. Now, in, I believe, April or so of this year, Hillary indicated that she was absolutely not stunned, but she was surprised at how many people came to her, because remember when she was doing her listening tour, she was going to a number of places where she would meet with very small groups of people, which my understanding is where she does that best. And that she was surprised by the number of people who indicated that the drug problem in their community was completely out of hand. Now, I'm going to say that I speak from a tremendous amount of experience in this regard. As funny as it may seem, today, for me, marks 33 years, which I have not had a drink or a drug. And I'm still active in, I would like to say, recovery circles. So when I'm talking about this, I knoweth what I speaketh about. And I was very encouraged by that with Hillary. And then not much has gone on since then. And she brought it up yesterday or the day before. It didn't get much traction. She talked about spending, I believe, between $7.5 and $10 billion. I don't really necessarily think that's nearly enough. A lot of that would be done in reference to working with communities, working with rehabilitation places, coordinating things with police, working with the justice system, a great deal of educational things. And I agree with all of that a lot can be done and should be done in reference to all of this. The thing is, how long will it take? And can it actually be successful? Number one, I think it can be successful. I think more money needs to be put at it. At the same time, we know that we are incarcerating way too many people, and that many of them are for minor drug offenses, which because of 3 strikes and you're out, which I think started in California, and I believe some laws that actually Bill Clinton signed in reference to the drug epidemics that were going on. I remember in I can't remember, but a lot of cities in the early mid '80s that they were having astronomical murder rates due to the fact that crack and cocaine were coming into the cities right then, and there was no established territory for anyone. So everyone was trying to get their territory, and everyone was fighting for a territory. And in the meantime, there were a lot of murders that were going on. And that has dissipated quite a bit, even though this summer, quite a few murders have taken place, even though they're not relating that necessarily directly to drugs. But we have to look at this in a completely new light. Now, my position is, even though I have not had a drink or drug for 33 years and would not wish upon anyone what I had to go through, it's very personal because it's a family disease. But the thing is, I would rather there be, let's get rid of most of the drug laws, some of the drug laws, more of the drug laws, I guess starting with marijuana, and use the tax money that you're getting from that and use that for the types of things that Hillary is talking about. So the example is, there are some legal marijuana places here in the United States. Like, I'm not a big fan of marijuana, but I know that many people can take it, and not everyone can take it successfully. But the thing is, you make it legal, and over the course of a couple of years, all of those criminals who are in the drug business will now be business people, so to speak. There will probably be a few years where it will be rough and tumble, so to speak, as people try and stake claim to more territory. And there probably would need to be more government involvement to make sure that the transition from a criminal element to a business element is done smoothly. But it can be done. And I don't know what other drugs. There are perhaps a number of other drugs. But at the same time, The education has to come in right away, starting at the youngest levels, 2nd grade, 3rd grade. I mean, everyone knows what's going on by 4th or 5th grade, if not before then. I can remember one of my sons telling me when he was in middle school, his basic statement was, you know, Dad, I can get any drug I want. I can come into school at the beginning of the day, and by the end of the day, I can have any drug I want, except one. Oh, well, what's that? Oh, that's alcohol, because he was only like 13 or 14 at the time. So his ability to access a legal drug, booze, he couldn't do that. But he could get anything else that was completely illegal. So there has to be an education system. It has to be from the beginning. We have to have more intervention type programs. We have to have more training programs. We have to have more rehabilitation programs. We have to have more ongoing rehabilitation programs. Someone, I don't know, was it methamphetamine? Someone says that sometimes the people who are so hooked on meth that, you know, you need to get them out of society for a long period of time because their brains are just so frazzled that it takes that long for them to recover. It may not take as long for some other people in other addictions. I don't know the length that's necessary for all of them. But what we want to do is we want to cut the rate of addiction. We want to make it so that rehabilitation does work. We want to increase the amount of education in all of this. We want to make the court systems. The term is not going to be lenient, but let's say the term is that the courts understand the distinction between a drug abuser and a drug pusher, let's just say, and that a person who abuses drugs needs help. We also need to really comprehend the idea that it is not a moral disease. It is a brain condition. Whereas when that alcohol pill, whatever goes into you, boom, something goes on, you know, and it's off to the races. And I remember that. But that doesn't happen to everybody. People who are not addicted, that will not happen to them. But to those of us who have been or are, so to speak, are, yes, the primary word is and not was, that once that drink, pill, whatever is ingested, then every single cell, let's just use the term me, in my body, my fiber, is needing that next fix immediately, right away. Wants it, feels it. And, that can take a long time for recovery to happen. And there's no winners or losers in the sense that most people do not get it the first time. I can remember I made some very, how would you say, mediocre stabs at stopping drinking, 7, 8 years before I was able to stop. And I tried to stop multiple times per year, and I was not able to do it at the same time. When I was able to do it, I was able to do it. There was a lot of help that I got. I was able to find recovery. It hasn't been easy. I've done a lot of terrible things in my life, but one thing that I haven't done is taken a drug or a drink. And it's been hard at times. But in terms of the national outlook of all of this, what we're doing right now is not working. It's not working well at all. And I think that many people, police officers, and a lot of other people in law, and especially people in, let's just say legislatures, look at it as a moral problem, and we need to stop looking at it like that. It needs to be looked at as a brain disorder, and we need to treat the brain as we treat the body. And again, Rand Paul says, we just need jobs. Well, they do need jobs. But many alcoholics and drug addicts are fully functional and have a job. So I'm glad that she took this case up, and I certainly hope that if she gets elected, or anyone who gets elected to the presidency, that this will be something that is vitally necessary, that we need to do, and we need to do it yesterday.